Salutations, fellow brothers and sisters. It is another Monday morning, which means another Monday night of Raw has passed us by. It is the go-home show to the Saudi Arabia show Crown Jewel coming this Thursday. We got a main event that was just too good to be true. Unfortunately, we got the culmination. We got the finals coming up of the King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown tournament. And Bill Goldberg has murder on his mind. AK-47s, Mac 11s, Glocks, and I'm sorry. We gonna get into all that. My name is Jordan Moser, and this is your Monday Night Raw recap and review. Let's go. We begin and close the show with Charlotte Flair. She comes out first, and she's pretty much just like, hey, this is my last night on Monday Night Raw. Like, where are my flowers? Where are my balloons? Where's the pomp and circumstance, the celebration? You know, I just want to feel appreciated for what I've given to this brand. And frankly, that's due. She has done a lot for the brand, frankly, and the women's division. But Bianca Belair, she ain't like that. She comes out, she pretty much talks Charlotte down. She's talking about becoming a double champion, you know, winning the Raw Women's Championship from Charlotte later in the night, and also the SmackDown Women's Championship in that triple threat at Crown Jewel. And they pretty much just brought to end things off in the opening segment, leading us into the main event, which was a fire matchup. Like, it was so freaking good. Like, I see the little like details that came in the matchup, you know, Bianca rolling all the way out of the way to avoid Charlotte's double moonsault, like things like that. It made the joint so fire until the end. Until the ending, we see Charlotte Flair get intentionally disqualified, hitting her with the steel chair. Bianca Belair, she takes that off lightly, she brushes it off, and then grabs the chair and hits Charlotte with it. She exits the ring to end the show off, still maintaining and retaining that Raw Women's Championship. I hate it. I hate the way, why would you end the show on the DQ with a fire matchup like this? I get both women don't need to lose, but at this point, you're getting kind of redundant. I know this has been the mainstay for WWE for a long time, just ending matches in DQ when they don't want either person to lose, but things like this, it really continues to get under my skin and under other people's skin. So please stop doing it. But I guess it's okay. We'll see Charlotte Flair, probably Becky, just like swap titles once they switch brands or whatever. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen since Charlotte retained. But at the same time, I'm pissed off at the end of the show. Not gonna lie. The King of the Ring finals are set. We are going to see Finn Balor, who beat Sami Zayn on Friday Night SmackDown, going up against Xavier Woods. Xavier brought out all the stops in this matchup, the fighting spirit that we know he's prone to show. He does eventually get hit with the Colossus from Jinder to almost end things off, but he gets the rope, he grabs the joint, and he doesn't let it go. Eventually takes back control on the top rope, hits that nice elbow drop for the 1, 2, 3, and the win. He is going on to Crown Jewel. I am excited for that matchup, but we even see a little bit of a tease later on as Finn Balor makes short work of Mace on this show. I don't know why they were fighting, but whatever. Xavier Woods and Finn Balor got to kind of join on the stage. They want to be king, you know, they talking down each other. Kofi had to get into the middle to kind of spread things out a little bit, but I'm looking forward to that matchup. Should definitely be one of the show stealers, I believe, come Crown Jewel. And yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of happens. Go Xavier, please, Xavier Woods win, please. But on the other end of the spectrum, we got the Queen's Crown tournament where, my God, like, oh, we had a match of Doudrop and Shayna Baszler on the show, the semifinal matchup, to decide who goes to the finals for Zelina Vega. And you would think that Shayna Baszler, after what she's been doing for like the past month, like taking people out, defeating people very shortly, that she should be in line to be the Queen of the Ring, right? We should think that, right? No, that's not what happened. We saw another sub 3-minute match. Thank you, WWE, once again. And we see Doudrop went on a roll up. Why? No, I'm not saying no bad, no ill will against Doudrop, because she is an awesome wrestler, her and Zelina Vega as well. But Shayna Baszler should have won this tournament hands down. Y'all remember Elimination Chamber like a couple years ago? That's what it should have been through this tournament. Like, I'm not even going front with you. So I'm not happy. Like, I'll watch the match at Crown Jewel. We'll see how it goes. But if you're telling me that Doudrop and Zelina Vega is the first annual final for the Queen's Crown tournament that they've ever done, like, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth, kind of, especially for how they've booked them like the past several months. So I will see what happens, but I'll be lying if I say that I was looking forward to it after what they've done for this entire tournament. We have up next another match with Austin Theory and Jeff Hardy. And we see Austin Theory, he was supposed to face off against R-Truth, but R-Truth was like, hey, my bad. I won't accept the challenge for you. I brought my friend along. So Jeff Hardy and Theory go at it again. A much better match than last week. I would say a lot more extensive and just filling with different moves and things like that. But the result remained the same. We see Jeff Hardy go up to the top rope once again for that swanton. But this time, Theory knocks him off of the top rope before he can even leap, before he can jump. He hits that TKO on the knee. Fairly clean victory this time for the 1-2-3 and the win for Austin Theory. Has looked like $1 million since coming to Raw. I wish he would kind of ditch the phone thing. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny at the same time. Hoping to get a little bit more serious, but it's perfectly fine for the moment. Jeff Hardy putting him over again, even though he hit the twist of fate after the match and took the selfie and all that. It didn't really do much for me. But yeah, Theory looks like $1 million is going to continue to thrive on Raw, and it's good for Jeff Hardy to kind of put him over a little bit before he transitions over to SmackDown. So this was perfectly fine. Next up, we have a tag team match. The second time we've seen this match in the past 3 weeks. So we do see WWE Champion Big E teaming up with his challenger for Crown Jewel, Drew McIntyre, going up against the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. This was pretty much just a rehashing of their match that they had 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to front. There wasn't as much one-upsmanship between Drew McIntyre and Big E. They kind of let cooler heads prevail. They decided they needed to work together. Yay! Even though they're going to tear each other apart in 3 days. But yeah, we see the ending of the matchup. Big E eventually gets in on the tag from Drew, and he reluctantly lets him tag in, you know, teamwork. And Big E hits that big ending on Robert Roode for the 1-2-3 and the win. There's a bit of jawing after the match for Big E and McIntyre as the match is coming in 72 hours. So they were just kind of going back and forth for a little bit, but not too much physical action going on. But outside of that, this was pretty much just a rehashing of what happened 2 weeks ago. And we're going to see the match finally this Thursday. So everything can kind of just stop. Drew McIntyre will go to SmackDown, and that'll be perfectly fine, but there's been no like kind of heat for this feud outside of last week where they kind of brawled with each other for a little bit. But other than that, I'm looking forward to the matchup, but it hasn't really much of a feud, I would say, but still looking forward to everything going on, of course. Next up, we got a solid matchup. We got Moser going up against Cedric Alexander, mainly used to just give Moser a little bit of momentum going into Crown Jewel. We know he's facing Ali. He's probably going to be the most popular person on the show, frankly, just because he's from the city, but definitely good to give him a kind of little bit of momentum just from splitting off from Ali. But good little matchup. We see him winning under 4 minutes with a nice little slingshot neck breaker. I don't know if it's really good as a finisher, but it's definitely a great move nonetheless for the 1-2-3 on Alexander. And we see Ali come out dressed to the nines in the suit and everything like that, and we see Moser's face instantly change, and he gets angry and frustrated, and he's like, boy, you need to shut up. I'm going to take you out at Crown Jewel, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm going to leave you laying. I'm going to be smiling ear to ear as I beat you senseless. And I was like, oh, well, Moser got a little backbone now, didn't you? Ali's attack's kind of working on you now. We see Ali, he's just kind of hesitant from that moment. I'm like, all right, buddy, we'll see what you do at Crown Jewel. I want to see you angry. I want to see you get frustrated, get mad, brother. I'm looking forward to their matchup. It'll probably be one of those nice little show stealers on the Crown Jewel pay-per-view as well, for kind of giving that time, of course. But yeah, love what Moser just kind of did here, kind of bringing out that anger out, of course. The No Holds Barred interview segment with Bobby Lashley and Goldberg was pretty meh. I'm not going to front with you. It's not what we haven't heard. In the past couple of weeks and months since they've been feuding, Goldberg finally has his license to kill and to murder, which he's going to do on Thursday. And Bobby Lashley's like, do you know how barbaric that is? I should get the authorities involved, but I'm not going to do that because that's not the way the Almighty handles business. Boy, if you get out of here. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, it's pretty, I don't care about it that much. I don't care about the match either, but it will be interesting to see how they kind of string things together. We know Goldberg is not the most expansive in the ring just with what he can do. So hopefully playing with weapons kind of gives him a reign to do a little bit more creative things. But I'm going to be real. I'm not looking forward to what's going to happen with Crown Jewel with them two. I'm not. As long as Bobby Lashley wins. If Lashley wins, then we're all good. If Goldberg wins, Lord have mercy on us all. Everybody. Yeah. Next up, we had another tag team match, the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro, going up against the Street Profits. We see Randy get a little inspirational before the matchup. He finally tells Riddle what the plan is, and he's like, we're going to go win. And Riddle's like, all right, word, let's do it. And so they go out, they have that match. Very fun match, and it was getting a lot better. I definitely like the interactions between Riddle and Montez for the best throughout the matchup. But we got another DQ. This one, I'm less mad about than the one in the main event, of course. But we see Omos and AJ Styles eventually come out. AJ Styles hit that phenomenal forearm off the apron on Randy to kind of end things there, and they just kind of leave everybody laying to kind of end the segment off. But I wish it would have got like a solid matchup just with an actual ending. But I'm not as mad as this one, frankly, because they don't want to give this match away on free TV just with an ending if they're going to run the program later on. Hopefully RK Bro does retain that crown jewel and it kind of maybe leads to a feud with the Street Profits later on, so we'll see about that. But outside of that, the match was pretty good. The disqualification ending, even though I hate those, it was okay in my book, I would say. We'll see what kind of happens at Crown Jewel. Hopefully, like I said, RK Bro will retain, and AJ Styles and Omos can kind of do something different a little bit. But yeah, very okay matchup for sure. And that is going to be it for Monday Night Raw, the last one before Crown Jewel. And I'm not impressed. I'm not. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. We're definitely going to see what happens. But if you're telling me that this show was supposed to get me excited and pumped up for Crown Jewel, it failed. Very, very heavily, yes. I'm tired of the DQ finishes. I don't care about Bobby Lashley and Goldberg. SmackDown was far better just in terms of building the things and kind of like building the feuds, but Monday Night Raw has not intrigued me as much as it should as of late. So we'll see what happens at the pay-per-view, what kind of happens once the actual mix-up and the draft settings kind of stand in starting next Monday Night Raw, but yeah, I wasn't happy with this show, to say the least. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going to come back next week. We're going to watch it again, and we're going to run through the same thing and everything like that. But that is going to be it for me. You will see more videos throughout the week. But that is going to be it. I'm out. Peace. Enjoy your week, everything like that. Fall is coming. Fall is here. Enjoy your October, people. I will see you soon.